Oh, you notice something missing in there? Yep, I do. She's not starting anymore, friends. It's actually been running like crap lately. Okay. Well, maybe not. What the frick? The gas cap bot. What the frick? That is crazy. Okay, maybe not. This is what it's doing, guys. Runs like jack crap. I don't get it. You should not be doing that for being new. Good morning, friends. Good morning. I don't know, friends. I added some oil to it. It really wasn't that low. I think I may have found the problem. What up?
Waiting on the food truck for like half an hour.
Coming here?
Starving.
There's a food truck coming here? Yeah. Oh, shit. I was like, what the hell? Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and run the Jenny today at work. Brandon just went down to the corn dump. The corn pit. So I'm back here by myself. So if the trucks are in here running, you're obviously not going to hear this. And I'm the only one down here, so I'm not really inconveniencing anybody. Not that it's really too loud. Welcome back to the Safari Diner, Dining with Matt. On this episode of Dining with Matt, we have a smoke show. Look at the fumes. That's only the stuff that's been burnt on the... It's been a while since I've used that burner and I've spilled some stuff on there. Even my toaster's dusty. Yeah, it's probably got dust in there, but you know what? A little bit of dirt will never kill you, friends. Holy crap, we got flamage down here. That's not supposed to be happening. That's heat cloth, so I know that's not burning. It's all the other crap on there. Helps if it's plugged in. And the grease is burnt off, friends. We're back in action. Hopefully he's gonna go to the corn dump, but nope, he's coming to the bean dump. And we are officially out of fuel. Yep, we are at the bottom of the tank. Good deal, friends. Jenny, the generator, is back up, purring like a kitten. So what it was is there's an oil switch in there, or not an oil switch, but there's a oil sensor that lets the engine know if it's low on oil. And if it's low on oil, well, then the sensor tells the engine, hey, you need to kill yourself or we're gonna cause some internal damage inside this engine. So it shut itself down. Well, it would try to shut itself down. It would always catch itself and then fire back up again because, well, the amount of oil that I needed to add to make it run right and not activate the old sensor, was about that much. It was stupid. I actually overfilled it just a little bit. If you were to open up the cap right now, you'd have a little bit of run back, but it almost has to be like that. Because, well, the first time I put oil in it, I put oil in like I do everything else. You know, if you can look in there and see oil, and that's what it was like this morning. You could look in there and you could see, well, it's got oil. Why isn't this thing running? It's reading on the dipstick. The oil level is fine. And then I just overfilled it just a little bit. And now she's purring like a kitten. So I learned something today. You just have to give Jenny the generator. You just got to give Jenny... You just got to give her that little bit of extra ump. She just needs a little bit of that extra oil, a little bit of that extra juice, and she's a happy gal. it's lunchtime and I'm going out for a little Dollar General break. And that's what $46 looks like at Dollar General. Yeah, friends, I pulled up and there's two people just looking at me. I'm like, I must be famous. I must have made it in the YouTube community. They know who MBV is. And then after my grocery trip, I walked around to the back of the van. I'm like, oh, that's why they're staring at me. Oops, I had that hooked up to the wheel there. And I just took off.
And drove a mile.
I'm glad that didn't rip off. I got relieved for lunch. And I forgot all about it, friends.